and we are talking to Sin from Revco. Welcome to Toronto, sir.
Thank you.
Is it harder to rock on a Monday than it is on a Thursday, Friday, or Saturday?
No, because for us, it's like the weekend every night, so we lose track of days and times and all that stuff. So it's the same. I actually didn't even know it was a Monday night tonight. So
Well, you can miss CSI Miami, unfortunately.
yeah, it's the same for us. So.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah.
Revco has been around for 25 years in various incarnations, of course. Started with Luke Van Acker, Al, of course, and Richard 23 as well. How does it feel to be carrying on the legacy?
Man, it's an honor, and I'm flattered that Al passed the torch along to us. It's we're in great company. I mean, it's Trent Reznor's been in this thing. Just everybody, guys from Cheap Trick, Gibby from Butthole Surfers. So it's an honor, man, and I feel flattered to be a part of it.
What does it take to be a revolting cock in 2009?
Man, a really twisted mind, and it's evolved from the early days, man. You got to have that certain spirit to be in this band, and that sort of mentality that we take what we do seriously, but we don't take ourselves too seriously. We have fun with it.
Well, I mean, I'm 39, so I grew up with Ministry, Revco, Lard, Palehead, etc. So, and the one thing that kind of distinguished Revco from the rest of the Al Jourgenson oeuvre, obviously, was the kind of the sense of humor and the sense of a party every night, sort of thing. Is that what?
That's definitely what this is, yeah.
And that's what Al kind of assumed
yes.
when he was saying, "Okay, you guys are going to be Revco 2009."
Yeah. He's even in some Ministry stuff, man. It's kind of a trip. You can kind of hear his sense of humor and his tongue in cheek, and even with Ministry stuff, but more so with the Revolting Cocks. I mean, that's what this whole band is, based on.
How did you first hear Al Jourgenson's music, and what did it mean to you?
I first heard, the first song I actually heard was No Devotion, and I was, it must have been like right out of high school, or right in high school, right around that time. And a buddy of mine actually gave me a cassette, and I was in my, little garage, local bands and shit like that. And I first heard it, and I was blown away because I'd never heard anything like that before. And from that point on, I wanted to try to incorporate electronics in the sort of metal thing that I was doing. Mm-hmm. But in LA, it wasn't really happening. I was like hooking up with all these sort of thrash bands, and they really didn't want to, know of any electronics or keyboards or anything like that. Mm-hmm. That was the first time I heard it, and that was the first song I actually heard.
And what did it mean to you?
Man, it was one of those moments, man, that I'll never forget, and something that shaped my way of writing and playing, because from that point on, it was like the whole, lead guitar, hotshot lead guitar thing was in vogue at the time, and guys doing their 15, 20-minute guitar solos and shit. And when I started to listen to Ministry and Revco and shit like that, it just opened up this whole other door that I didn't even know was there. So it was, it meant a lot.
How did it feel when you got a chance to actually work with?
It's still weird to me, man. It's still weird, like, being in the studio with Al, and just having him ask my opinion on things, or, we'll be working on a song or something, and, he'll turn to me and be like, "Hey, well, what do you think we should do?" Or, "What do you want to do?" And I'm like, "Is this really happening? Like, are you really asking me for my opinion?" It's still weird to me,
And obviously you've been working with Jourgenson for a few years now, so you're very much, a part of Revolting Cocks. With Al only sporadically appearing on the tour, did he give you any sort of kind of guidelines, kind of a go with God or Satan sort of thing? Or?
Just, they did say they weren't going to bail us out of jail. They said there was no bail money and no money for Planned Parenthood.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
And I'll finish off, obviously we're getting towards Halloween. Favorite Halloween memory growing up?
Growing up, Jesus, probably dressing up as one of the guys from Kiss.
Which one?
I was all of them. I've been all of them, like, throughout the years. Yeah. So.
Right. Excellent. Ever want to dress as Al Jourgenson?
I'd have to get completely shit-faced by 10 a.m. and put on my cowboy hat, and then I'm out.
Well, that's a possibility.
Right? Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So I might do that this Halloween.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, sir.
Cool, man.